Hi, this is Chris Day, Managing Editor of the Florence Morning News. The Hot Wheels Monster Truck Live Tour comes to the Florence Center this weekend. Tickets are available at the Florence Center box office and at Ticketmaster.com. We sat down and talked to Christian Stormin Norman, the driver of the Bigfoot monster truck. Here's the interview. Now, Christian, just tell me a little bit about how long you've been driving Bigfoot and how you got started with Bigfoot.
So I've actually been driving Bigfoot since 2017, and I'm very fortunate, and it's quite an honor to be a driver of Bigfoot because, you know, Bigfoot really was the one that started it all. I mean, all these big lifted trucks you see driving around town, all these other monster trucks around the world started from Bigfoot. But before that, the way I got started was I actually volunteered at some local shows back in, I want to say when I was a teenager, back in like 2008, 2009. And I just wanted it. You know, I wanted to be in the industry. I wanted to be a monster truck driver. It was a childhood dream of mine to drive a monster truck. And I just, you know, like I said, volunteered and just put in my time. And then I got hired on as a crew guy back in 2010. And from that point on, for about a 7-year time span, I was a crew guy and a crew chief on different various trucks over the years. And then finally, I got a chance to drive my first ever monster truck at my first ever show. And then that was with a different team for about 6 months. And then Bigfoot was looking for a driver. And I said, well, I've got all the qualifications. I have my CDL, I can drive a monster truck, I can work on them. How about me? And they said, come on with it. And they talked to me and they said, congratulations, you're now a Bigfoot driver. So it's been definitely a dream come true.
And, you know, you mentioned how Bigfoot sort of started it all with Bob Chandler and everything.
Oh, yeah.
Just what does it feel like to you to be part of such a legendary team?
You know, it could really be summed up in one word, and I would say it's an honor. Because, you know, it's historic. I mean, Bigfoot is all around the world now. I mean, we were literally just in Qatar, that's, you know, way over by Saudi Arabia, about a month ago, and now we actually have Bigfoot trucks over in Great Britain right now. So we are worldwide, and, you know, I guess if you want to, let me see, to really explain to you what it feels like to drive, you know, a name such as Bigfoot, it's, like I said, it's an honor, but, you know, it's not just driving, it's also fan interaction, you know, and I mean, driving is just 50% of it. The other 50% is talking to our fans. You know, we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the fans. I mean, legit, if it wasn't for the fans, there would be no Bigfoot, there would be no monster truck. So we appreciate every single fan that comes in and pays their hard-earned money to come see us perform a show and do the thing, you know, do my job that I love, and you know, and that we just want to make sure that they can go home happy and just inspired, and you know, we just love it every single bit.
And you said that, you know, this is sort of a family event that you know, kids and adults all can enjoy it. Just tell me a little bit about what it's actually like to perform and compete in front of the fans.
It's really amazing. I mean, it really is, because, you know, when it's funny, when the fans come walking in the doors, they kind of look around and go, wow, this is cool, this is all right. You know, you can see them kind of get really amped up, and then when the show goes on, when the trucks fire up, they just go ballistic. And the thing about Hot Wheels Monster Trucks Live is that you're not just sitting in the stands watching a show. You're not just, all right, let's just, you know, see a monster truck show. You're actually involved in the show. We've got our announcers, you know, running around interviewing all the fans, you know, asking them questions and giving out Hot Wheels toys and prizes. And then we have a dance-off competition, so you can dance. You know, we got the kids against the adults kind of dance-off, and it's awesome. It's hilarious. It's great. It's good family fun, and it's super affordable too, which is great because, you know, in trying times like these, you know, it's a plus when you can actually go enjoy some entertainment that's affordable for sure.
Okay. And tell me a little bit about the tour that's going on, the Hot Wheels Monster Truck Live tour. What stop in the tour is this?
Yeah, so this is stop number 2. Actually, okay. We actually had a show in Knoxville, Tennessee last week. We're going to be in Albany, New York next week, and then Laredo, Texas, and then all over. But as of right now, we actually have 2 tours going on. This one, which is our domestic tour on stateside, and we've also got the Europe tour. And right now, they're in Liverpool, Great Britain, and they're going to be jumping over to, all these other countries over in Europe. So it's really taking over. I mean, we've really got a lot of momentum into the year 2022, and we're just crushing it. I mean, we are really just going headstrong, and we just want to keep doing more shows for all these fans.
So for a first-time attendee of one of these monster truck events, they may have watched them on television and stuff. What would be the biggest thing that they noticed when they came in and saw?
There's a whole lot of things that they would notice. I would definitely say first thing they would notice is how massive the trucks are. And a lot of fans, they kind of think in their head like, well, how are these big 10,000-pound trucks going to do any tricks? And then when we do the tricks and we jump and we do all these twists and crazy wheelies and donuts, then you see they're just amazed. Like I said earlier, it's probably one of the coolest things to see a fan walk in and go, all right, this is kind of neat, I mean, it's because you got colors, you got fresh cars sitting out there, and then by the time the show is over and all the cars are completely pancaked and crushed and smashed, and you got trucks, leaning over and, all busted up, then they walk out just with their minds blown. I mean, they are just beside themselves, and it's a really cool thing to notice.
All right, now the event also, there's 2 competitions on Saturday and one on Sunday.
Yep.
But isn't there about 2 hours before the competition, there's a fan sort of meet and greet type thing?
Yeah, so you're right. We do have 2 shows Saturday and 1 show Sunday. But before those shows, at 10 o'clock on the first show and at 5 p.m. on the second show, and of course noon, 12 o'clock on Sunday, we have what we call a crash zone. And that is when you can actually come down to the floor, walk on the floor, and meet and greet with myself and all the other Hot Wheels Monster Trucks Live drivers, take pictures in front of the trucks. You can take pictures with the FMX freestyle motocross guys, and and just enjoy your time. You can really just soak it all in and just really think like, yeah, I'm here. This is really cool. So it's all inclusive. I mean, we want to make sure every single fan walks out with a smile on their face, and that starts with the crash zone for sure. Because I mean, when is there another time that you can actually get to take pictures in front of all the greatest monster trucks in the world?
Right.
It's right here, right now, this weekend for sure.
All right, sounds good. And now, what's it like to be in the driver's seat during the competition?
A lot of people ask me that, and the best way I can explain that is that you're in charge of your own roller coaster. I mean, you feel the G-forces, you get banged around. I mean, I've got seatbelt bruises, I've got, muscles that shouldn't get sore, and it's because it's high adrenaline. I mean, your adrenaline is flowing, and but like that, I would definitely say that would be the number one way I would explain it, is that it's like your own roller coaster and you're in charge of it. It's kind of cool.
And just tell me a little bit about Bigfoot the Truck. How much horsepower and what are some of the other pieces of equipment that stand out?
Yeah, so definitely what stands out is the big 66-inch tires, the Firestone tires that we've had a great sponsorship and a great partnership with Firestone probably since the beginning of when Bigfoot came out. But my truck Bigfoot has 1,700 horsepower, and that's powered by a Ford block. We run about 18 pounds of air pressure in our tires. We have a 2-speed power glide transmission. That's all. It's just 1, 2, and that's it. No clutch, no nothing like that. My truck is actually 12,000 pounds, and it can actually reach a top speed of 100 miles an hour in about 4 to 5 seconds. So it's pretty cool. I mean, and of course you can do, it could jump 30 feet, 40 feet in the air, and I would land like nothing happened, like I'm landing on a cloud. It's, the shocks, you'll notice the shocks are just massive, and there's 8 shocks in all, 4 in the front, 4 in the rear. And that way, it could hold up those 12,000 pounds. And I mean, we're feeling those G-forces all the time. I mean, I'm feeling I usually, in a split second, I'll get 10 G's out of a landing from a 30-foot drop. So you definitely got to be fit, and you got to be ready to get beat up in these monster trucks. But the technology that you'll see, once you get up close and personal to the trucks, and you really take a good look at the trucks, you'll notice that there's a lot that goes into it. I mean, monster trucks have the most moving parts of all vehicles in motorsports. And every single moving part is actually contained by a safety cage or a tether or anything like that, because of course, we want to make sure everybody's safe and everybody gets to go home safely, and with like I said, a smile on their face too.
All right. Anything else you want to add?
Yeah, I just want to thank everybody that's coming out to the Florence Event Center, and because I know there's crazy weather out there that's coming our way, but it's great inside here. I mean, it's nice and warm and toasty, and it's going to be an insane show. So I just want to thank Florence for hosting us, and we just want to put on the greatest show ever for everybody in Florence.